They said the truth won't survive beside the lies that maintain the decaying faces of this place. Hey everybody, this is Hold the Truth Hostage, where if the truth was so important, we wouldn't negotiate with lies. Now this video is a video request by Anthony Willaims. Much respect to Anthony Willaims. Now this video is gonna be about the Cardi B and Offset divorce. Now, I would have, so now what you have to understand is that this firmly, and to me, I'm gonna touch up on the darkest aspect of this. Cardi B is worth over $20 million. Over $20 million. Offset is worth, I think, in the realms of probably 5-10 million and so on. And what is she asking for? Because I'm going to get down to the darkest aspect of this, is that she's asking for child support. You're worth millions, and you're asking this man to pay child support and spousal support. Then you're also asking for asking for full custody of your child. Now, what you gotta understand with this thing is this. You have to understand the darkness of this. And you gotta remember, this is Cardi B, who has over 50 million followers. Over 50 million women following her thinking the same. You have to understand that Offset, Offset wifed, he wifed up a used up, he basically used, someone else's toilet paper to wipe his face. Cardi B used to be a hooker, used to be a escort. She even has a video admitting she worked for a pimp and all that. You know what I mean?
Nigga cheat on me, I'm be like, alright, I'm gonna take him out, we're gonna get drunk, I'm gonna get him all perked up and everything, we're gonna have a good time, get him super twisted, then bring a bitch around, we're gonna have a threesome, and when he wake up, he gonna be like, what the fuck? Yeah, because the bitch was a tranny. I'm be like, yup, we had a threesome with a tranny.
Offset married her and thinking that, I'm gonna marry her, I'm gonna make her into an honest woman, and so on. But with the way the laws work, you can't make a woman an honest woman anymore. That, because the law is on her side to the point where she can't be made honest, because the law, the amount of power that's been given with no-fault divorce, and the fact that the government does not recognize a family with a man there. The government does not want a man present in a family. Now, this is the darkest aspect of this, and you gotta understand, Offset married her. Yes, she for the streets. Offset married her, made her into an honest woman, a wife, that title. What Offset didn't understand is that, besides he married somebody for the streets, is that he didn't understand that for Cardi B, the title wife was just that. It's a notch on her belt. I've achieved the title wife. You know what I'm saying? For him, he was trying to build a family and a legacy. Even a lot of people want to say, yo, man, she's rapping about stripping and all that. But dude, he's rapping about killing people, doing drugs, selling drugs, it's two negatives coming together. You know what I'm saying? So there was none positive to begin there. That's where I see a lot of people acting like, yo, Offset was positive. Dude, there was none positive between both of those people. You know what I'm saying? You got a former hooker, stripper, uneducated, then you got a dude who raps about selling drugs, killing people and all that coming together. There's nothing positive about that. But what Offset didn't get is that accomplishment of wife was just a title for her. It was her saying, and it only fueled her narcissism. She didn't see this as a, here I got a husband, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be a wife, and I can't believe I'm a wife. After all she's done, she admitted on camera to drugging men, raping men, you know what I'm saying? Being an escort, being a hooker, all that. And this man, instead of her looking at, man, he still wifed me up, maybe I should live up to this. This is a chance to better myself. But instead, she doesn't look at it like that. She looks at it, if were she to look at it like that, it would say that the way she's been living has been wrong. So she had to look at it as, he married me because all my life I've been right. That's the level of narcissism we have in this society, because we don't have a check and balance when it comes to women and between women and men on the women's side. So now the reason she's asking for full custody, child support, and so on, is that not only is it to feed her narcissism, and it's to feed that her entire lifestyle was right. Her growing up in a broken home, everything that happened was correct. And then she's gonna repeat the cycle with her daughter, because were her daughter to grow up, you have to understand, and I realized this years ago, that the older generation is jealous, would be too jealous if the younger generation had it better. And in a woman's perspective, it's that if her daughter was to grow up with a loving father and an entire family, it would say that her life and her growing up wasn't better than her daughter's, or wasn't good to begin with. That's why Cardi B and a lot of women who come from a broken home are destined to break their own relationships, because if they maintain and stay in that relationship, they're basically admitting that the way they grew up and the fortune they had when they were growing up in a broken home was wrong, and everything else they did in life that was negative was wrong. So how do you make wrongs right? Well, you maintain the wrong. You know what I'm saying? There's no such thing as a right in a room that's made of wrong. So what Cardi B did with this, and she's gonna fight for custody. And this is a woman who's rapping about, I'm independent, I'm worth 20 million and all, you're asking for spousal support. You know what I'm saying? She's deliberately breaking the family structure that her daughter would have grown up in. Yes, they're not 100% qualified to be parents or the best role models for that aspect, but better that her daughter was growing up in a house where there was a father and a mother. But because of Cardi B's need to maintain that her wrongs are right, she will destroy that family. You know what I mean? There's a lot of MGTOW and a lot of men in the manosphere that talk about from a perspective of the woman has power and all that. No, it has nothing to do with the power. It has to do with looking in the mirror. I never have to look in the mirror where I've done wrong when I maintain that wrong is the way of life for me. And what she's done is she's gonna break up this family. What's gonna happen to her, and it's basically, you gotta look at Jennifer Lopez and you gotta look at Nicki Minaj. You know, she's 26. The thing is this, she thinks she's young, but in reality, in woman years, she's 26. I think she's 2 years away, 28 to 29 from being done. You know what I'm saying? You had Offset, who's a man a lot of women want to sleep with. He's quote unquote bad boy, rapper or whatever. And here's the thing, a lot of other people gonna say, well, Offset cheated on her. Offset cannot cheat on a woman that has a history as an escort, a hooker, a person who drugged men to sleep and steal money from them, who drug men and got them, the R word by some transformers, you know what I mean? So what happened is Offset could never cheat on her. She can't claim a man cheats on her because she's not, with what she's done with her life. If a man sleeps with some other woman while he's with her, and I did a video a while ago, a man can't cheat to begin with. That whole thing, you as a man claiming you cheated is stupid. A man can't cheat. You know what I mean? And I explained in that video. You know what I mean? But the thing I'm saying is this, man. She's pretending that he cheated on her. She's using all that to blackmail his character. This is a man who accepted you when you were an escort and a hooker. She's based things and gave you a daughter who you could have raised to prove and improve yourself that you weren't just an escort and a hooker. You know what I'm saying? You had potential to be a better person. But as you can see with the WAP video and so on, and I'm gonna cover the WAP video on a different video. But basically, man, you have to understand, Cardi B, Offset could sleep with 500 women. You know what I mean? In front of her, behind her, it don't matter. He can't cheat. Once a woman's been a prostitute, a hooker, an escort, you don't have any say. You were never that pure to begin with. It's basically when he married Cardi B, he took a rotten apple and treated it like it was a new and clean apple. You know what I'm saying? That's what he was doing. Instead of her looking at that, he gave her a chance to be a better woman and become a wife. Live a legacy that her daughter could look at and look up to. I didn't grow up seeing my mom as a hooker and a stripper because my mom carried herself with respect. Instead, she doesn't. You know what I'm saying? Because were she to do that, she would have to admit that her entire life, all the things she's done in the past were wrong. And she can't admit that. So because she can't admit that her whole life she lived negatively and was a poisonous, toxic, apple to begin with, escort and all that stuff, all negative, for her to be able to not face those deeds, she has to ensure that her daughter grows up in the same situation, a broken home, no father around, or if he's around, it's a constant battle and drama for child support. And this is a woman worth $20 million. And this is why, a lot of men in the manosphere tell you don't marry, don't do none of that. No relationships, no cohabitation, because she's worth $20 million. She's good, and she still wants money, steal money from her husband with child support, still wants spousal support because because women don't have checks and balance systems. Look at Dr. Dre's wife, what she's doing to a man who took care of her for years. There's no honor. There's no respect. You know what I'm saying? Because Cardi B, like all women because there's no check and balances with the laws, she does not look at this as a negative. She's above Offset. All Offset and Offset, like I keep telling you men, look at what another man's been through from a first person perspective. What's happening to Offset is exactly what's happening to you. You see, she, like all women, because of the way the laws work, she is above Offset in the eye of the government. But to get that title, since a woman can't marry the government, to get that title of wife or married, she needs a man to serve that role. That's all you are. All you are as a man is a certificate that she has been married. That's it. All you are as a man is a certificate and proof of marriage. That's it. That's all you are. You know what I mean? All this partner and my love and all that BS, get that out of here, man. All you are as a man is a certificate. You're two things. You're a certificate and proof that she was married, because only you can marry her and give her that title of wife. And you're no more than a sperm donor to give her access. The government has a certain rule to receive these benefits. If you want to receive the benefits of money and punishment of your ex, get married. Get married to them, and you could punish them and live off of them until the day you die. Cardi B, being a woman, is above Offset. You know what I'm saying? All he was a certificate and proof that she got married and gave her that title. Now what she's gonna do and continue to do, you gotta look at her daughter. And then what is it? Cardi B has a sister, I forget her name, Henny, whatever crap her name is. Instead of her paying for her sister to go to school or get a little educated, nope, her sister's doing the same thing she did. You know what I'm saying? Gonna be a female rapper rapping about her sexuality all day. But the thing about that, and when I do the WAP video, I'll go deep into it. But WAP, that whole video is the peak of feminism. You know what I'm saying? Because it is the removal of a woman having any worth beyond her sexuality. But like I said, with Cardi B, her daughter has to grow up in a broken family. Because if her daughter were to grow up in a family with a father and so on, it would mean that her daughter had a better life than her. And it would mean that the things she's done in her past were wrong. And like I said, how do you keep a wrong right? You never allow rights to overwrite. You never allow rights to remove. In fact, you never allow yourself to live for the rights. You maintain a space of wrong. And Cardi B, what she's just done just means her daughter's gonna be all messed up. You know what I'm saying? Destroyed. Her daughter won't have a father figure. You know what I'm saying? She's gonna look at men as nothing more than, her sexuality is a reason to keep a man. Just like her mother. It's inevitable, it's the future of what happens, because she would rather have a broken home for her daughter to grow up in than to have a family. You know what I'm saying? So, and like I said, Cardi B's future, all you gotta do is look at Nicki Minaj and Jennifer Lopez. She's gonna end up dating some younger men. She's gonna be sleeping around with a lot of other men. Then odds are she's gonna settle for an ex-drug dealer. She's gonna settle for a man, well, not settle, that ain't settling, because that man being with her is settling. But she's gonna end up with a man where that man makes her wrongs right. Look, I married a ex-drug dealer. I married a drug dealer. I married, I think Nicki Minaj married a man who, I think he has the, I don't know. I think he has something to do with, he took it from women or something. I don't know. I'm not 100% sure on that one. But she's gonna marry a man that is in a far more negative, aspect than her, to maintain that her wrongs were always the way of life. Notice I didn't say they were right. They were always the way of her life. You know what I'm saying? That's what she's going to do. So her future, she's 26. She's going to think she's going to be in the game for long. And the thing is, she's gonna reach her expiration date. You know, Nicki Minaj is what, 35 and so on, still rapping about she got the best box and all that, has not made one inspirational song, one thing positive beyond her sexuality. And that's what's gonna happen to Cardi B. She's gonna keep rapping about garbage and her sexuality until her expiration date comes. But her daughter, because her daughter should not have a better life than her, and because her daughter having a better life than her would mean her life was not that good and her decisions were not good, she has to maintain that her daughter lived in the same scenario she lived in a broken home, maybe with more money and so on, but still in a broken home. This has been Hold the Truth Hostage, where if the truth was so important, we would hold it hostage and not negotiate with lies. Peace. They said the truth won't survive beside the lies that maintain the decaying faces of